All right, we should be on. I think there's a delay, but we'll go ahead and kick this off. We are on our second panel of the group, and these girls are our full-time workers. All right, we should be on. Okay, gotta get out of that. So what we're gonna hear from these girls are, they are either still working a full-time career, or at some point in their journey of coaching, they were working full-time. Some of them aren't anymore. So I'm just gonna turn it over to Cozy. She's gonna kick it off first, and we're just gonna wham bam right through all of them, so you guys can know if I'm working full-time, if I still wanna keep working full-time, what it looks like, how to fit it in, and all that stuff, okay? So Coz, we'll kick it off to you.
Okay, hey guys. Okay, so we just wanna make this short and sweet, but get our point across, okay? So I started coaching 4 years ago, actually coaching probably 3 years ago, where I was actually doing anything. And that was all during while I was going to school full time for physical therapy. And then also I still did massage. Okay. I finally got to the point that I was able to quit my massage job and just do coaching and school. And it obviously, you guys, it didn't happen overnight. It didn't happen quickly. But I was just consistent, and I did a little bit every day. You don't need to think of this as sitting down and doing this for hours a day. I legitimately probably did it an hour a day in between school. I got up early, did my workout early in between school and life. Legitimately an hour a day, but I did it every single day. And it's brought me to where I've been able to, I don't even do physical therapy like anymore. I was able to quit that job. I actually just graduated in December, and I worked for about 6 months and then realized that the time I was putting into that and that I was tied down to still miss out on things that I didn't want to miss out on, you guys. Like especially doing massage, you work when other people don't work. And I was seriously so sick of like missing out on family things, missing out on things that I wanted to do and that were super important to me, because I was tied down to a job where this is giving me the freedom, for one, like to completely like take care of myself. I bought a house in February because I was financially able to, 100% through this business. Okay. And I don't say that to like boast, but this business has so many opportunities that I think almost everybody doesn't realize until you're actually in it. So now like I can go home, be with my family whenever I want. Last weekend I went and hung out with my mom for her birthday, and I didn't have to ask for time off. And to me, that is like the freedom that I guess when I started, I didn't really realize that I wanted until I was kind of in the middle of it and realize how important that stuff is to me. I can randomly go on lunch dates with friends because I'm not tied down to a job. I can bust out my work in the morning, check in here and there when I want. And it's exactly like, I don't know, it's just super fulfilling. And I just have like a really strong belief in this business. It has absolutely changed my life on every aspect, mentally, physically, financially, and just how much like I believe in myself now, which I pretty much had no belief in myself before. So it's amazing. And you can like, in a way, I almost think that working the business was easier when I was in school and I had a short period of time every day just to bust out what I needed to do instead of kind of putting things off here and there throughout the day. And the busier you are, it's like being busy is good. You're accomplishing a lot when you're busy, but some of us, like I found that I was busy doing things that didn't matter. And when I started coaching, I prioritized my life, and just it slowly happened. I slowly changed my life and slowly figured out what the heck I wanted. And just, I don't know, I just have so much belief in this whole company and our team and how much it can change your life if you really, really want. Okay. And who's next? I can't remember. Shauna?
What's up, everyone? My name is Shauna Sear. I have been coaching for about 1.5 years now. I started as a discount coach, and I fully started coaching like 8 months ago, running my own groups. And I'm coming at this today from a little bit of a different perspective than a lot of the other people because I work full time. I'm a full-time working mom. I have 2 kids. I have an 8 and a 6-year-old, and I've been married for almost 10 years. I am a full-time HR manager, and I love my job. I don't intend on quitting my job. Ever since I started coaching, it was strictly going to be a side business for me. So that coaching income for me personally is just supplemental. It's on the Target trips I probably take too many of. It's on vacations. It's helping with the groceries, utilities. Like, it's just extra income for my family, which is amazing. And I love what I get to do every day in my job. I love my work life. I love my home life, but there was always something missing. I knew that there was something more for me. And I knew there was something more beyond the 4 walls of my house, beyond the 4 walls of my office. So enter coaching. Like so many of us do, I struggled with my fitness and my nutrition, and I was on a roller coaster ride, and I wouldn't be consistent. And I had low self-esteem, really low confidence, and I started coaching. And cliche or not, I will shout this from the rooftops. It completely changed my whole life. Corny or not, seriously, I tell everybody. It was like a switch completely flipped for me. It just changed everything. I made myself a priority and everything changed. And so I'm here as someone to let you know that you can make all of this work. You can fit this in the cracks. If you have a full-time career that you love and you don't want to leave and you've worked really hard for, don't leave it. You can fill your cup in this way as a side hustle for yourself. I get up earlier in the morning. My personal development, my workouts, and checking into my challenge groups are finished before my kids their feet even hit the floor. At lunchtime, I work on my vitals, which we'll all learn about today. I do things in the evenings when my kids go to sleep at night. Like, you fit it into the cracks of your life. You need to make yourself a priority. And when you do that, everything's going to be amazing and it's going to completely change for you. So you can absolutely fit this into the cracks of your day. You can have your work life, your home life, and a coaching life and have it all balance and be awesome. And it's just this community and this support and accountability are what finally made me stick to committing to myself and my own journey. It has had the biggest positive domino effect on every other area of my life. And I wouldn't quit my job because I love what I do, but I love this just as much. I'm so passionate. It gives me a purpose and it's about me. And yeah, I'm all about it, you guys. I feel like, I know it's a little strange. That's why I said I'm a little bit of a different perspective with it, because I know a lot of people do quit their jobs, and I think that's awesome. But I also think it's cool for you to see that you can keep your job and still rock this business out, because Beachbody is the bomb and everything they stand for is incredible. So I figured I was a lifer on the products and the programs anyway, so I might as well just jump into coaching, because as a discount coach, I was like, I'm never going to do this. And you guys, never say never, because you can make this happen too. So you're up, Lauren.
All right, guys. So my name's Lauren, and I've been on this journey for a little bit over a year now, although I started as a discount coach like Shauna did. I had found that I had just gotten to the point where I saw myself in this picture one day, and I was like a stuffed sausage. And I'm like, I got to do something about my life. I found myself like in this rut. I was mid-30s. I had 2 kids. I was working crazy hours. I felt like I was like waking up every morning just to get the kids off to school, go to work, come home, make dinner, put them to bed, finally sit down to just breathe and go to sleep and start it all over again. And I got to a point in my life where I'm like, I don't even know what's going on in my life anymore. I had this dream of working these, being this big corporate employee and just making, big dreams come true. And, but then I found, like, as I was kind of going through this rut in life, I was like, I don't even know what's happening in my life anymore. And I had low confidence to begin with, to even wonder if I was worth anything. And in walked this person on my Facebook feed. And I just started kind of following her. And she just amazed me. Like, I couldn't even believe that someone could have this much confidence. And I'm like, you know what? I just need to lose some weight. Like, that's what I need to do. And this girl I feel like she can do this for me. So I joined in on this group, and she pretty much had to kick my butt a little bit, but I had to realize that I was worth doing this. Like this, my life was worth it. So decided to join as a discount coach just to really kind of get a discount. And the next thing I know, I just started to kind of have little things that popped into my life that was like, you know, you could do this. Like you could start to have goals. Just because you're going to be almost 40 doesn't mean life is done. Like you can start to live some of these dreams that you always thought were possible. And little by little, through personal development, positive affirmations, and I'll be honest, I was the person that was like, I don't need personal development. I'm a pretty happy-go-lucky type person. I did not realize how much it would rock my world, but in so many ways, because not only did it rock my world, but it rocked my kids' life too. My entire family's life has changed. We've realized that we are all capable of so much and we can do so much. And I no longer live in this rut of a life where I wake up and I do this. I fit this in. I still work full time. I want to not work anymore because I want to live my life with my kids. My kids are busy, active. We play baseball. My daughter dances competitively. And the income I've made from coaching is helping me supplement that. And so it's helped ease my family on some of the expenses that are coming up, which has been amazing because I don't have to go to my husband and say, oh my gosh, my daughter needs money for a solo, like she's ready to start. You know, I would kind of hold off and be like, let's hold off another week. Now I was like, let's go, let's rock this. That money has helped me, and it's helped me realize this job, so to speak, has helped me realize I have so much more to live for. I have a passion inside me. I have found something. I'm not just going to work for somebody else. I want to work for me. Like I do still want to work full time, but I want to do it for myself, and I want to do it on my time. And I want to be able to just take off and go to Michigan to take my daughter to her dance competitions. And I want to be able to help people. So I work all day, but I fit it in my cracks. I get up in the morning, I get all my stuff done before my kids are even up and ready to go. I get them ready, I go to work, and I hustle during the office day. If I can get a lunch break, I work on my lunch break. And when I get home, I do the mom thing. And then I put my kids to bed and I fit it in the evening. So it's totally doable. I'm doing it, and I want to work to not work anymore because I want to work for me. I want to make a difference in somebody's life. I want to show them what this blessing gave me. So that's where I'm at. I get so excited about it. I could tell myself kind of speeding up as we're going along because this company, Beachbody, these people, this community, this group of women are amazing. Like I never thought there was anything like this out there. And I'm so blessed to have this a part of my life. So I will kick it off to the next person.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm Carrie. I have been a coach for just over 2 years. And I was one of those, I just joined with no intention of ever actually coaching, just to pay for my Shakeology and not taking it all the way. But there's a contagious feeling that happens when you start helping others change their lives. I've been lucky enough that through the coaching, I worked night shifts for 6.5 years in the emergency room. And that's a 12-hour shift from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And then I would come home and stay awake for the next 12 to 16 hours taking care of my 4 kids. So it was a goal fairly shortly into jumping into this to be able to quit my job, to be able to sleep normal hours, to feel human again. Because when you hit 40, and now I'm 41, it's hard to work all night and stay awake for 40 plus hours. But I was just able to, in July, give my notice and fire my boss. And now I'm home and working as a coach full time. And I learned pretty quick that if you're intentional with your time, when I was working, people would get messages from me in the middle of the night that they could wake up to, because you can fit this job into your life and you can dedicate as much time or as little time as you want to it. It's not a get rich quick scheme at all. And it does take some work, but it was work that I knew was valuable. I was helping myself. I was helping others. I'm teaching my kids. I have a 4-year-old sitting here in front of me that I don't have to put in daycare anymore, and I don't have to worry about her burning down the house while I'm trying to stay awake. Because of all my kids, she would be the one to do it for sure. And I just count my blessings all the time that this has worked well enough for me. And I love that it comes through paying it forward. And that's, I think, why I love Beachbody the most, because you can't get anywhere as far as building this as a business without helping others. And that's how it's all based on. And that's why I can throw my whole heart into it, because I get to work on my schedule around my time. I'm intentional with my time because I didn't quit that job to dedicate all my time to this. So I'm intentional with my time. I can bust out my work in 1 or 2 hours a day. And then I have the rest of my time with my kids and spending time with my family and going to lunch with friends, or just enjoying the peace and silence while my kids are at school and that preschool time. It's golden, guys. It's so good. So just know that we all have different lives and schedules, but it can work for you in your schedule as much as you want it to, or as little as you want it to. And like I said, it's the best because you can't get anywhere without helping others. And that's why I can totally throw myself into it, because helping others is where it's at. So there you go. And Melissa, it's you.
All right. Hi, you guys. So I have butterflies, because whenever I get to talk about something that has just changed my life, I get so excited. And so that's kind of how I feel right now. I started coaching 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago in December. And at the time, I was the busiest I've ever been in my whole life. I was a full-time teacher, so I would get up at 6 a.m, get my 2 kids ready for school and daycare. We'd get to school by 7, and I'd work from 7 to 4, and then I was a head volleyball coach. I'd have practice from 4 to 7, and we'd come home, do dinner, bath time, bed, repeat. It was like Groundhog Day every day of my life, and I hate that movie if you guys have ever seen it. And it was a really hard and trying time. My youngest baby was 4 months old, so I was still figuring out nursing, and oh my gosh, you guys, it was just really, really busy. I decided to become a coach for the financial reasons. I had seen Micah, killing it in her business and paying for her husband's vet school and helping their family so much. And I knew if this girl can do it, so can I. So I jumped into coaching. Within a year and a half, I had doubled my teaching income. Within 3 years, I had quadrupled it. And although after a year and a half of coaching, I had switched jobs to an ed tech company, I loved that job. I loved it. Teaching was a little bit harder because it was less flexible. It was really hard with kids getting up so super early. With this other job, I had a little bit more flexibility on when I could go in and when I would work, and I could work from home sometimes. So it really helped me to launch my coaching business even more. I loved that combination, and I didn't really want to leave it. But once I had quadrupled my income and I knew we wanted to have another baby, I knew it was time for me to come home. And it was so nice to have that option to say, we aren't stressed financially anymore. We are not living paycheck to paycheck anymore. I can come home from my job if I want to. And that's what I did. So last year, it's been a year since July, so a year and a couple months that I quit my job. And it has been the best thing ever for us. Of course, being a full-time mom is probably harder than working a full-time job, but I would never trade it for the world. And I honestly can't say that I could have done it any other way other than through coaching. I can't imagine or can't think of anything else that would bring me so much joy, give me the ability to live a healthy and fulfilling life, that I can be with my kids, that I can show them what a really happy life looks like and a healthy life. And I've never been happier. I don't think I can say that I've ever been happier or more healthy or more happy. And I get to be home with my baby who's sleeping right over there. And it has just been such an amazing
amazing journey over the past 4 years. And I can say that I'll be in this for another 40. I'm going to do this till I die because it's just so much fun. Oh, and I did want to say too, in the beginning, you guys heard, I was so busy. I really only worked like an hour a day. That was all I had time for. Now I can, work a little bit more, and it's helped my business to grow more than that first year, but you can put in whatever time you have. I work a lot in the cracks. It doesn't have to be all at once. So anyway, okay, that's my story. That's kind of, I think, the gist of all this. You can tell we all have a lot of different experiences with working and with what we want out of this opportunity. And it's really, you can have whatever it is that you want. You can make what you want of it. And I think that's the best part about it. So
thank you so much, ladies, for sharing with us about, can you guys see me? I can still see Melissa, so that's cuter anyways. Thanks for sharing your journey and why you do this. And honestly, I think that's the beauty of this, is that you have this opportunity that is equal for anyone, but you can do whatever you want with it. Fit it into your life the way you want, take from it what you want, give to it what you want, and just really make it work for you. And it doesn't have to be the same today as it is in 5 years. It can evolve over time. So thanks for sharing how that works for you guys. And we will be back here for our next panel tonight at 7:00 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to go over all like the nitty gritty of how we actually help people, the tools we have, what we're doing when we're coaching, and all that stuff. So we'll see you back here tonight. And thanks again, ladies. You guys are the bomb. See ya.